Hey folks, it's Andrew. So I want to do something a little bit different today and talk about recent news. So earlier this year, Ubiquiti, which is a very popular manufacturer of networking equipment, and I actually run my entire network off of Ubiquiti stuff because I love it and it's great. So I want to say around April of this year, they were apparently breached, and it was crazy, right? Because it was a frenzy. And everybody started changing their passwords. A couple of great reputable YouTube channels, such as Crosstalk Solutions, they did a video on it, and they talked about how impactful it was. And Crosstalk Solutions, for example, they really wrap a lot of their products, right? And a lot of other companies, and YouTube videos, they actually have it too. So this breach cost Ubiquiti a lot of money. They are a public company, so they have stock. I actually have stock with them too, which is crazy, and it took a big of a dip. So what's crazy was this was actually an insider threat. So Ubiquiti had I want to say an administrator who had really administrative rights, and they downloaded all this information and then reversed it to say they were a whistleblower, and asked for ransom. So this person asked for 50 Bitcoin, which is almost $2 million, which is insane. Or I'm releasing all this data about your company. So what happened was this individual was caught because at the time they did a VPN. They used Wireshark to do the VPN, mask their IP address or their internet, mask their IP, which was crazy. And then what happened was, reading this information, this dude somehow lost connection or something like that, and it connected with his real IP, and he logged in and it was logging everything. But here's the funny part. So he knew everything about the system, right? And he knew how to manipulate the logs and how to add a backdoor. And that's what gave him access. So he knew all the information, how to get to GitHub, KeyPass, all this information, because he had those rights. And it wasn't, again, pure luck or maybe pure stupidity, but he logged in with his real IP for a minute or two, and then logged back out, came back in with a mass IP. It was logged, and when they went through everything, they found it. But basically that's what happened, and he ended up getting caught. But obviously, from an identity access management perspective, what I want to talk about is, again, how much or how important privileged access management, or PAM, is. So I do not know what Ubiquiti does in terms of their PAM solution, right? I don't know what they use, if they have some kind of process in play, but here's a great example, right, of a person who has the keys to the kingdom and they have rights to access sensitive information. There was, apparently from reading what I see here, there was no way for them to either figure, or they knew how to do it, but they didn't track that he was a risky person. So going back to how important IAM is, right? So you have the opportunity or the ability to flag or to identify who has risky access, right? SailPoint, for example, they have something called a risk score that you can put any kind of permissions or entitlements that they have that are very high risk, right? And then you can have a report to run and say, okay, who are people that maybe we need to certify frequently because they're risky, right? Or they have access that can take things down. And the fact that this person can log into the system and then manipulate the logs itself, when you install a PAM or a privileged access management solution, maybe you require all the users to, when they log in, to check out a password, right? And it's logged. Or, for example, many of them, CyberArk, Beyond Trust, Iconic, I bet they have all solutions where they can go in and they require you to log in through their own VPN tunnel, which is then logged. And then that's the only way for you to access like the GitHubs, the key passes, or AWS is what this person did here was, this person named Nicholas Sharp here, was they were to access sensitive data using that. So if you had a PAM solution, and again, I don't really know if Ubiquiti has that, or if they did, it's not really detailed here, but I want to stress the importance of having a PAM solution out there where you can track all this and maybe figure out that, this was this individual that has this and stole it, and then he wasn't allowed to manipulate the logs because it's tracked there. And again, him logging in with his credentials, it was by sheer luck that he didn't have a VPN kill switch, or that he actually logged in, again, maybe being stupid, that he logged into his system with his credentials, logged back out, and then masked his IP, logged back in, and then logged in with his credentials again, which was fishy, right? And I think what the funny part of the whole thing was, this dude was actually even part of the team to investigate the breach, right? So obviously, he was probably back up his tracks, or, clearing up his tracks so he wouldn't get caught, but he did. So the moral story is this, right? From an IAM perspective, is we need to be better about identifying who are our risky individuals or people with high level access, identify them, maybe have ways to do more certifications on them to just vet who they are, vet the access they have, and just confirm that they have it. And then even putting a privileged access management solution or process in front of them. So basically, again, you would require them to check out passwords, for example, have them log into a VPN, and then you track everything there. Those are some good options or fail safes to really help mitigate this, because at the end of the day, and if you looked at my videos, if you've seen some of my live streams of other people that I've been a part of, I talk about that money is really the truth of all this. Ubiquiti, even though, hey, I give them a lot of respect. They didn't pay the ransomware, right? They didn't do it. They just kept it going, and then come by the business. And we found out, today or yesterday off a bleeping, computer that this happened. But the crazy part of it all was they lost $4 billion in their stock, which is crazy. And I tell people all the time, you want to know how to get attention of your CEOs to give you money about IT? You hit them where it hurts, in the wallet. So I stress this all the time, that if you don't want to be on the cover of Washington Post, or you don't want to lose stock prices or stock shares, then we got to beef up IT. We got to beef up IAM. We got to be all encompassing to give that money, because a couple $100,000 versus $4 billion, come on, what are the options there? So want to be brief about this. Want to talk about that, talk about how important it is of IAM and privileged access management, or PAM solutions, and how much it hurts to you in your wallet. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for another IAM basics video. See ya.